Once upon a time, the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, oppressed by a cruel Pharaoh. But God had heard their cries for help, and he sent Moses, a humble shepherd, to lead them to freedom. With God's guidance, Moses led the Israelites on a journey through the wilderness toward the Promised Land. As they journeyed, they reached the edge of the Red Sea, a vast, impassable body of water. But when they turned to look behind them, their hearts sank. Pharaoh had changed his mind. With his army of chariots and soldiers in pursuit, he was determined to bring them back to Egypt. The Israelites were terrified. There they stood, trapped between the mighty sea and the advancing army. Fear gripped their hearts.
Why did you bring us out here to die in the wilderness, Moses? We would have been better off staying in Egypt.
Don't be afraid, stand firm, and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only be still.
With unwavering faith, Moses stretched his hand over the sea, just as God had commanded him. In that moment, something extraordinary happened. An incredible miracle began to unfold. The water began to split, creating a towering wall of water on either side, leaving a dry path in the middle. The Israelites watched in awe as the impossible became reality.
Move forward.
Without a moment's hesitation, the Israelites began to walk through the middle of the Red Sea, their feet touching dry ground. As they crossed, they were filled with awe and wonder. They could hardly believe what was happening. With every step, their faith in God's power grew stronger. They were walking on the very path that God had made for them. As they crossed, they were filled with awe and wonder. The waters stood firm, as though held back by invisible hands, and the Israelites walked through the sea safely, step by step, toward their freedom. But behind them, Pharaoh's army was close, determined to recapture them. Just as the last of the Israelites reached the far shore, Moses stretched out his hand again, and the walls of water came crashing down. The waves engulfed Pharaoh's army, and the mighty chariots and soldiers were swept away in the deep, never to be seen again. On the far side of the sea, the Israelites stood, safe and free, watching the waves of the Red Sea settle back into place. Moses led them in song, and they praised God with all their hearts.
Sing to the Lord, for he is highly exalted. The horse and rider he has hurled into the sea.
It was a moment of pure faith, where the impossible was made possible. The Israelites had learned a powerful lesson. When facing the greatest obstacles, God is always with us, making a way when there seems to be no way.